Peace, love, light, and Black Power family. It's Goddess Aayana, and I just kind of wanted to touch up on some of the reasons why I believe a lot of American Black women, that's with 3Ks, um, don't are not like vibing with the idea of polygamy. One, we haven't been necessarily socialized to to polygamy. We haven't been socialized in a society that openly practices polygamy, and so because of that, there's a lot of stigmas attached with that form of relationship that we haven't really understood. We only see the shallow stigmas. We see jokes about polygamy, but we don't really understand that polygamy is actually a very ancient form of marriage, and it has been practiced by African people for tens of thousands of years on record. On record. I think one of the main reasons that Black women aren't really jiving with polygamy right now is because when we think of marriage between a man and a woman, ideally we think of a man being head of the house, and with being head of the house does come paying the bills and taking care of the home financially. And so in a world where we know that Black people in general are financially castrated, it doesn't feel comfortable for us to feel like, for one, we are already scarce on resources. Two, you want me to share the man that I have who has resources, and I don't necessarily feel like I don't want to share those resources because I live in a world that is so scarce on resources. So we view our men as a resource, if we're being real, as a financial resource. And when you don't feel like your men can handle responsibilities financially, then you're going to be a little bit sketch, on top of so many other reasons why we don't necessarily vibe with polygamy. But here's my thing when it comes to finances. I think that we have to understand that we are being economically castrated. So our men aren't going to be in the same position as the men of the dominant society, which of course is the European, the white man, the Neanderthal, the cracker, whatever you want to call them. And so I think we are expecting our men to have the same financial ability as the dominant man, and that's not possible. When I say not possible, totally in totality, because I believe that the Black man is God, therefore he can break through any barriers, overcome any challenges that are thrown his way when he's empowered and knows himself. But a lot of our people are not empowered and they don't know themselves, so they use their power to destroy rather than to be productive. So yeah, I think that Black women, we have to very, very much understand where we are. That doesn't mean that we have to settle. That means that we have to deal with men who, even if they are not there financially, they're there physically, mentally, spiritually, and they're action oriented and they're disciplined enough to get there. So we're not talking about a man that like sitting back with a lot of potential, because all of our men have potential. They have all the potential in the world. We're talking about men who actually act in their potential, men who are actually walking that talk, that they're projecting out. So I mean, that comes with discernment. It definitely takes a certain type of man. I think very, very much a very strong man, very spiritually strong, physically strong, so he can handle a lot of that comes with having multiple women. You know what I mean? And someone who can at least financially literate. You know what I'm saying? You want to deal with a man who's financially literate. You know what I mean? And you yourself, we should all be trying to do better about pushing forward. So another reason why Black women are not vibing with polygamy is so many of us have been hurt and lied to, that and mistreated, so that one, we're like, well, that type of dude shouldn't. This is the type of dude I get. So in my mind, these are what men are to me. If this is the type of dude I'm dealing with, and he's been mistreating me, and these dudes have been lying to me, then I'm going to think that this is the spectrum of the Black man. Therefore, I'm like, nah. if you acting like that, you can't do polygamy. You're right, sis. If a man is acting like that, he should not be participating in polygamy or monogamy. He should be participating in self-amy, self-healamy. Okay? Like, that's what he should be working on. So yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we want to deal with people that are very capable, you know, making you feel a certain way, making you feel confident and secure where you are, you know what I mean? You don't want to deal with somebody who's, you know, pulling at your confidence and throwing shade and being childish with you and being catty. Like, that's not the type of man that we're talking about when we're talking about polygyny. Another thing that I think, by the way, women, that I don't think we think about is that if we accept polygyny, it actually makes dating more competitive for men. So let's say there is a black man that has 10 acres. This brother got 10 acres. He's got, we'll say he's got a house on every acre. This brother has a house on every acre. He's been ambitious. He's been driven. He's really good with the ladies. All the ladies love him. So, you know what I'm saying? And then you got, okay, so that's one man. Then you got 9 other brothers. And each of these other brothers only have 1 house and 1 acre. Okay? Well, the women gonna be like, well, it ain't no stopping how many women that he can deal with right now. He can handle more of us. So we all over here like, I want him. One, his energy is powerful and potent as fuck. He's you know, he's confident, he's ambitious, he's able to actualize the things he's trying to manifest. He would be able to house my children in a safe environment, secure environment. I'm not worried about bills. I'm not worried about are we going to have to move in the next couple months because we can't pull by. This brother right here has that laid out. I want him, sis. Let's go get him. And now the other brother's looking like, shit, damn, it was 10 of us and 10 women, but all 10 women wanted this man. And damn, he was able to do it. So what does that do to the dating game for the people who are practicing polygamy? Well, now these brothers is like, fuck that. I'm trying to get me some women. I'm trying to do what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do. Let me do it. Okay, so do you understand where I'm going, how I'm flowing? Okay, I just want us to be growing in our understanding of polygamy. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so when we set up polygamy like that, like the things that we have an issue with polygamy, a lot of times is the same issues we deal with monogamy. You're talking about, well, financially, well, I mean, we worry about finances on a one-on-one basis as well, aren't we? So, okay, just like you deal with that, we would deal with polygamy, right? Okay, so in regard to somebody's character, you don't want no fugazi dude that's running around trying to sleep with every woman, calling it polygamy. I mean, it's motherfuckers not calling it nothing and doing it, you know, sleeping with every woman, and that's how they cope with their trauma. We not talking about those men. We're not talking about those men. Those are not the men. And you know what? Those men are less likely to get women when we do all come on one consensus and say, hey, you know, the sisters, we agree. We're going to accept polygamy. Okay, brothers, what you got? What you got for us? You know what I'm saying? The dude that's trying to fuck everybody is going to be one of the, like, we all going to be like, dang, he was trying to get you. He was trying to get you too. You feel what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? Okay, so that's another reason. I think that, you know, we just been lied to so much that we're like, and mistreated. We're like, well, if this is the type of man, if you are the type of man that's trying to do it, and we're not thinking about, like, not all black men are that caliber of man. Like, we want the highest caliber. And as a matter of fact, once again, the highest caliber of brothers is going to attract the most women. And he gonna influence these other brothers to get on their shit. That's all I'm saying, you know.